I am actually just drawing in the first shaded parts that I can see, which in this case is the gable end of that little cottage. And what I'm finding is by drawing those in, it's helping me to get a bit, to show a little bit more of my fence. And if you remember we were doing this before, I can see how large that house is relative to the fence that is at the end of my garden. So when you make drawings, you use one part of a drawing to measure where another part fits in. Okay, so I always find once you get to a certain point in your drawing, it almost starts fitting together like a jigsaw puzzle. You can't put something in the wrong place because it doesn't really fit there. So there's always a space that where your, in this case, where your little house fits in, and it gives you an idea of the scale and size of the house by the place that's left there for it, the space that you've left in your drawing. So you can see at this distance, think about the houses in the background of that Vincent van Gogh drawing we looked at. I see there's a house which has a door, it has windows. The detail I can see those at, they're simply little block black shapes. So that's all I'm drawing. I'm not drawing any more detail that I know to be there. I'm just drawing the block shapes that I can see from this distance. Okay, so that's really important. Just draw what you can see. I'm used some simple lines to show the roof as I can see it there, but I'm not adding in anything else that I don't know to be there. I'm just adding it in the detail that I can see it. So at this stage with mark making, a lot of my background elements, I can't see much of the texture. So the texture is like all the shapes and shadows that you can see in a surface. So at this distance, I'm really only seeing a little bit of the shape of fields. I actually can see some houses in the top right hand corner behind my little cottage. So I'm not seeing a lot of texture. So my marks at this point are going to be very simple. I'm not going to have lots of texture and movement because I can't see it from here. So just talking there about drawing what you see, that really is the basis of all observational drawing. But even from things I've said earlier on here with the mark making, sometimes we're drawing a little bit of what we feel about a place. So a movement of texture in the grass, even if we can't see it in the picture. So mark making with doing this kind of drawing, you're using observational drawing skills, but you're also using the mark making to express, I suppose, movement and emotion. So it's a little bit different to regular observational drawing, but you're still using your eyes to see things. You might just be drawing things in a slightly different way. And actually the way I'm drawing the clouds here is a way I would draw clouds in an awful lot of my own regular drawings, mark making or otherwise. It's a way that I found of drawing clouds that kind of gives a bit of an impression as to the movement of clouds in the sky. And living in Ireland, we are really lucky to have constantly moving skies. And I know sometimes that means rain, but it actually makes for really beautiful landscape drawings and paintings. So here I am coming to the end of my drawing. The last thing to do is take it, sign my name and date. So there you have it. That's my own drawing made using mark making and drawing a landscape. So I would really like you all to try your own now. So either if you can get outside, that's great. If not, you could always look up an image and look for one with lots of different textures in it, like grasses and maybe sky and maybe sea. And I would love to see any examples of ones that you've done. So if you've made any ones and want to send them back into us, the Linenhall, that would be fantastic. Happy drawing.